Welcome to Yellow Cardinal Tarot, and if it's your first time here, welcome. This is a new channel. I started in December 2023, so I'm glad you're here. I'm glad you found me. And today's reading, it's a daily reading, so I'm going to be pulling 3 cards for you. And we're going to be looking at, first of all, what situation or issue you're dealing with. And it could be like a pattern that's recurring in your life. It could be a situation that you're dealing with an intimate partner, maybe with a friend, a colleague. But it's some struggle or decision that you have to make that you're sitting with right now. And then in the second part, I'm going to look at what needs healing that is impacting, really having an effect on the situation you're sitting with. And so I'm going to look at what's sitting in your shadow. So we're going to do a little bit of shadow work. Now, if you're unfamiliar with that term shadow work or shadow, there's the video that I left in my description box for you about, how to do shadow work. And it's a great video. It really is an excellent guide that I put out there for you. So you can have a look at that if you want more, to look at the end of the reading. And then finally, I'm going to ask for some guidance from the tarot. All right, so let's begin with the Rider-Waite deck. And I'm going to pull out 3 cards. And then I'll clarify those 3 cards with the Light Seer's Tarot. All right, so let's ask Tarot right now for the situation or issue that you're sitting in right now. For today, what situation or issue do you need to look at today? And we have one card that's come out, which is the 2 of Cups in reverse. The 2 of Cups in reverse. Secondly, let's look at what's coming up from your shadow that's impacting this 2 of Cups, this situation you're sitting with right now. And you have the Knight of Wands in reverse. And finally, some guidance from the tarot. Please, that one definitely wanted to come out. And that's the Lover's card right here. The Lover's card. All right. Okay, so let's go to Light Seer's Tarot to get some clarification here. All right, so I hope you're all doing well. I put out monthly videos and also mid-month videos. And this tarot, this daily tarot is new. So I'm just kind of feeling my way through it and seeing if I can keep up with it. It's a lot of readings, but we'll see. Okay, I think it's important. So, we're getting back to who we are, who the authentic person we were meant to be. Let's ask for some clarifiers for this 2 of Cups right here that's in reverse, please. 3 clarifiers. All right, we have the Knight of Wands in reverse. And 2 more cards, please. We have 1. And the King of Cups in reverse. 1 more card. Oh, there's 2 there. One more. 1 more card, please. Ooh, too many. 1 more card, please. One more, please. Here we go. It came out finally. Ace of Cups. All right, let's look at Knight of Wands here. What's sitting in your shadow? Clarification. Oh, I got too many cards here, so I can't take all these. So they kind of fell out. So let's see. Well, I got this one first, which is the Empress. Came out for us. Nice Major Arcana card. We got the 6 of Wands in reverse. And 1 more card. right, we have the Emperor in reverse. The Emperor in reverse. And the Lover's card, please. 3 cards for that. The Star came out for us. 2 more. Two more cards, please. Woo! Both of them came out. Okay, we have the Queen of Cups. And we have the 8 of Wands. All right, so let's get started. Where are you sitting right now? Well, your introductory card here is the 2 of Cups. The 2 of Cups. And it's in reverse. So the 2 of Cups is an exchange. And these 2 individuals are exchanging. And a cup. And it has a caduceus here, a healing symbol here between them. So this is an important exchange. It's a healing exchange. And it's the beginning, because number 2 is the beginning. You know, we're still at the beginning from numbers 1 to 10 each suit. And so we're at the beginning of the suit. It's in reverse here. Now, normally what this is it is an intimate relationship. It's the beginning of having an intimate relationship with ourself. And that's really how we begin to heal. And I mean, in order to do really deep healing, it is really about going inwards and starting to have that relationship with ourselves and finding out really who we truly are, our authentic self is. And this came in reverse for you. And so I'm seeing here, because it is in reverse, there is either, you know, a fear to go inwards and find out, you know, more about you. There's a fear of, there could be just a resistance to doing it. And a lot of times the resistance is because there's a fear. And, you know, we don't want to dig too deep, because we know that that's going to require feeling some of our emotions, right? But that's what we need to get to know ourselves, to start this real intimate relationship that we can have with ourselves. And there's also a real part of you. You have a Knight and a King in reverse here. So the Knight of Wands is that part of you that it's in reverse here. So again, when my Knights, first of all, let's look at this in the upright position. My Knights are what I call my freedom fighters, all of them, all 4 of them. They're that part of us that wants authenticity, that wants to find out who we are, that does not want to be controlled. And this is a Knight of Wands. So it's this person right here, just, you know, doing what she wants to do and just having the freedom to do what she wants to do. In our freedom fighter, what I see is like a younger part of us, like a teenage part of us. So think of a teenage part of you that, you know, just wanted to be free, wanted to do what they wanted to do, and didn't want anybody to control them. And this is in reverse right now for you. So there's a part of you that's coming up here that wants this freedom to kind of find out. And Wand suit is all about finding, you know, our purpose, finding out what we're here for, finding out who we are. But it's in reverse here. So that tells me whenever my Knight is in reverse, there's a bit of, or a lot of, there could be, of hopelessness that's sitting underneath. And sometimes it could be a little bit of anger brewing, you know. If you think of a teenager that's not allowed to do what they want to do, they're going to be really angry. And if they're not allowed to show their anger, they're just going to, it's going to turn into, you know, this real hopelessness that they're dealing with. And so I'm seeing that you're sitting with some hopelessness here. There's a resistance to going inwards and feeling what you need to feel. And then you get this King of Cups showing up right here. And the King of Cups, you know, kings in my deck are what I call my ego, the ego self. And this particular king, he is very much, you know, in an upright position, he would be very much in touch with his emotions. But our ego self here, he's in reverse. So he's very much sitting there behind this Knight of Wands going, you know what? You know, don't feel. Don't go there. Do not go there. You know, there's this part of you that wants to get more intimate with yourself, that wants this freedom to find out who you are. And then you've got this ego self that's going, don't go there. That's dangerous. Those emotions that you're going to discover, they're going to eat you alive. Don't go there. And that's what our ego self does. Our ego self is petrified of emotions. They're scared. They're a scared part. They don't want you to go there. And the Ace of Cups comes really interesting right at the end here. And it's in reverse. But the Ace of Cups is normally, you know, the universe kind of saying, you know, here's your chance. Take another chance. Take another chance on you. Take another chance to start to feel some of these emotions. It is a new offer. And this is your new offer here to start to feel again. But you're sitting here with a lot of resistance to doing it. And I'm wondering, you know, what's behind that? Is it the fear of, you know, feeling those emotions that none of us want to feel? And so that's where you are today. So what's in your shadow? You know, what's coming up from your unconscious? What's having an impact on the way that you're sitting right now with this this hopelessness? Just feeling like, you know, you're really blocked with, there's something in your head that's just saying, don't go there, your ego self. Well, you have another Knight. There's a part of you, and it's the Knight of Wands, and it's in reverse again. So it tells me that there's a part of you, you know, an adolescent part of you that probably when you were younger wanted to be authentic, wanted to do something. You know, maybe you know what it is, but there was something that you had wanted to do and you were told that you couldn't. You know, you wanted to be free. You wanted to be free to do something, to be authentic, to discover yourself, to take your life in a different direction. And this is the card that says no, there's just, you weren't allowed to for whatever reason. And I can see, you know, the Emperor card's coming up here as the last card here in the shadow. So I can understand there's a reason why, and we'll discuss it when we get to that card. But you were blocked. You were definitely blocked. You weren't allowed to do something. But this part of you really wants to come up and do it. And because it's blocked and it's sitting in your shadow, that's where that hopelessness is coming from. And like I said, it's a Knight, so it might even be some anger that you need to get at. Because when we start to deal with these emotions, both of them can have some grief sitting behind it. Because you need to grieve what you lost. And that's coming up with in your shadow right now too, with the Six of Wands. The Empress card comes up, and she's the second half of the feminine in the major arcana. The major arcana are those universal forces that come upon us, you know. And when the Empress comes up, you need to pay attention. She's the feminine side. And there's the High Priestess, which is number 2. High Priestess is all about our intuition, our inner guidance. This Empress represents our emotions, all about emotions. She loves to feel. She loves to get back in her body, out of her head, back in her body, and start to feel. And so the Empress here is coming for you. There are a lot of emotions that need to be felt that are sitting here that are related to this Knight of Wands that wasn't allowed to do what he wanted to do or she wanted to do when they were younger. And the Six of Wands is here too. And the Six of Wands is telling me that, you know, this card right here is normally upright as a victory card. It's like, ooh, everything's great. Look, here's a victory wreath. You've won some contest here. But what you don't see is, because sixes are a duality card for me. And when on the other side of winning is this loss, and that's what you're stuck in right here. And so you need to look at what you have lost. This is the card that says you need to look at what you've lost, but it's in reverse here, and so it's blocked. It's been blocked for a while. And when you have to look at what you've lost, it means you need to get to some grief. And the Emperor card explains why the Knight of Wands is sitting here in reverse and why you weren't allowed to do something. He's in a reverse, Mr. Emperor. Mr. Emperor is another one of these universal forces, and he represents, the laws of society. And society tells us what we're allowed to do and what we're not allowed to do. And so this all kind of underlines or highlights or really reinforces, you know, there was something that you weren't allowed to do because society wouldn't have allowed it, right? For some reason, you were told that no way. You knew that whatever it was you wanted to do, it could be anything. You know, it could be something like coming out. It could be something like, you know, just being really honest and wanting to do something that you knew was your path. And no, not allowed to do that. And so only you know that there was something you wanted to do and it just wouldn't have been accepted in the family. Society would have looked at it and went, oh my, no, no way. This would not have been accepted. And this is in reverse as well, so it was blocked. So whatever you wanted to do when you were an adolescent was blocked. And it's sitting here in your shadow. And we need to get to the grief of that. You know, we can sit in our hopelessness and we can sit in our anger sometimes. But underneath that is that grief that you need to get to, that's sitting there on the other side of that Six of Wands. And so what is the Tarot's guidance here today? Well, the Lover's card comes out. And the Lover's card is really this intimate relationship between the masculine side of us and the feminine side of us that we all have, you know. The feminine side is very much connected to the creator, divine, spirit, whatever you want to call it, universe. And the masculine is just looking, no, I don't even know if he's looking at the feminine here. But there's this part of us, this is the ego self here. And this is this feminine side of us, right? And it's really a time here where it's saying, okay, let's start to connect here. Tarot wants you to start to connect these two sides of you. Maybe you've been driven by your ego self, which was the knight, the king of cups up there that's saying, don't touch your emotions. They're dangerous. Don't go there. But now what's happening is you're seeing this reading's kind of turning around and going, well, it's time. You know, you had the Two of Cups here. Right at the beginning, it says, that's the beginning of getting intimate with yourself. And here the Lover card, Lovers comes out, you know, a big universal force where it says, no, it was the beginning. There was some resistance to it. That's where you're sitting. The Tarot was going, it's time. Now is the time to really get in touch with that feminine aspect of yourself, which is the one that's going to feel these emotions. And the Star card comes up next, and the Star is all about healing. There's healing to be done. The Star card comes out after the Tower card. And the Tower card is that, you know, that big thing that's happened in your life. Maybe there's something that's just happened in your life that's really brought you down, and you're sitting in some futility here and some real hopelessness. And the Tarot says it's time for healing. It's time for healing. Queen of Cups, no surprise she showed up here. She's the queen. She's the feminine side of us. And the kings are the masculine. And the queen is, and she's the queen of feeling. She's the queen of emotions. You know, she's all about getting back into your body and starting to feel. Really starting to feel emotions. I'm hearing that. It's really starting to, time to feel. And the Eight of Wands says, you know what? I get that. You know, there's an offer over here, and there's a real resistance for you to do it with this Ace of Cups. I get that there's a real resistance here. The Tarot knows that. But it's time. And it's time to throw those wands, those creative wands, that thing that you always wanted to do in order to get to it. In order to get to it and be able to just go for it. You have to get back in your body, and you have to start to feel again. And that's going to lead you to where you want to go. And where, you were meant to go. And so I'm going to leave a video called How to Process Your Emotions. That's really going to help when you start to get in touch with these emotions that you need to get in touch with. Take care, and I'll talk to you tomorrow. Bye-bye.